Good morning. What's up, guys? How we doing? We are live, baby. Ready to rock. Big bar 18. 17. Big outsized bar after 16. If 16 was a bit more reasonable, I'd be thinking about that. But here we are, looking at big bar 18. Let's see what we get out of a close. Hope everybody enjoyed the weekend. Had some good time on Friday. And you guys see the overnight session last night, by the way? ATR was like 29 at one point I saw. That was a beautiful thing. But here we are, ATR 43. Very reasonable. We'll see what we get. You are, of course, looking at a 5-minute chart here on NQ. That is Nasdaq futures. So, we can get a nice clean bull close here out of the bulls. And we'll have something to do. What do we see we do? All right. Lee, good morning, brother. Lando, how we doing? Good morning. AK? What's up, big dog? All right, 18, it's all on you. Don't die on us now, 18. Had you tried 17, no fill, no trade anyway. We're 2 minutes into the bar. Have not eclipsed the wick high at all. Which means we wait for 18 regardless. All right. Christian, big dog. What's up, brother? All right, 2 minutes out here. Now, my ideal scenario here on 18, keep that wick low as is. Give us a nice pop, maybe close that guy, I don't know, maybe half the size of bar 17. That'd be a beautiful thing. I could put that on. Now, we got to be aware, this may turn into just a big, soft bull channel. But the more reasonable 18 looks, the more probable it is that I'm going to put that guy on and see. $60 seconds. Come on, bulls! Oh, man. Well, I better get ready just in case, huh? Get that copy trader engaged. Gotta see a nice last minute pop here out of the bulls. That's reasonable. Keep that pushing. Want to see this bar grow. 15 seconds. Nothing. Next bar. Let's see what 19 brings. Same thing applies here on big bar 19. See what we get. All right, check-ins. How we doing so far this morning? How we doing? Or I guess including, let's say the whole session, which includes, of course, since last night's open. It's typically what we're talking about since your P&L doesn't refresh until the close of the actual session. So how we doing? Manuel Big Green. All I need here is for 19 to work. Yeah. Give us a nice reasonable pop. Close nice and clean. And then I've got a stop limit buy all ready for the bulls. Bulls! Get up and go, baby. 30 seconds. You know, I see an outsized amount of you guys in the chat bitching and moaning about taking a setup and, oh my God, it didn't work. Welcome to the job, homeboy. You want to lose lots of money? I'm sorry, what I should say is you want to make lots of money? Get used to losing lots of money. All right, big bar 20, let's see what we get. You just have to have an edge. You know how much money casinos make? A fucking lot, right? You know how much money casinos lose sometimes? Also a lot. The sample size is important. If you take one trade and lose, and you sit and mope around all day, this ain't for you. Neither is making money, probably. God damn! Some of you guys need to man up! This is the job. Come on, big dog. Oh, I took a trade, it was a loser. I thought I read it properly. You probably did. This is what trading is. Sometimes you lose, a little more often than not, you win. Okay? Fuck, you want to make millions of dollars and you guys are like, oh, I lost $1,000 in my prop accounts on that trade. What am I going to do? Oh, what a great start to the week. I'm red. Jesus, come on, guys. Come on, guys. Desensitize yourself. All right, this to me is looking like a big old soft bull channel. All right, 25 seconds out here. Now, on a big bear body like this, I prefer to get a shrinking bear body if I were going to buy a bear close in a soft bull channel. That would be a range scalp. ATR is 44. So this is not the bar. This is bar 20. So we'll look ahead to 21 and see what we get. It's still early, by the way, in the development of the soft bull channel, so we got to keep an eye on that. Yeah, Gamma, the only way to, you said 18, huh? The close of 18. Yeah, there's just nothing there, man. There's nothing on the close of 18. If you enter on the close of 17 on the open of 18, the reasonable way to do that would be to size down, because the bar, it's one of the biggest bars of the day, 17. And then use a stop limit buy. Now, on 17... into the open of 18, you wouldn't have gotten a fill anyway, because 18 didn't eclipse the wick high of 17 until way later in the bar. If it's not there, it's not there, you know. Discipline isn't... Why, what I should say is discipline, again, goes both ways. You got to put on the good stuff when it's there, but you can't take the garbage. I think a lot of you guys, you're taking good trades. You know what you're doing to a degree, right? You take good stuff, but you think you suck, when really all that's going on is you're taking good stuff and then washing it all out by taking the bad stuff when you're bored. Stop doing that, man. I think everything changes. Doesn't mean you don't have to take, you know, you shouldn't take a lot of trades when they're there. You know, the old over trading thing, I think people overblow. It's only over trading if your edge isn't there, right? If you take 27 trades in one day, but they were all good setups, it was just a really active day, that's not over trading. But if you take 6 trades on a day where there were 0, or there was maybe 1 trade, that is over trading. It's not a number. It's a slip of the rule book. Rack Big Dog. What's up, brother? Chris! Good work! Good work. Another 2K payout. Keep stacking them up. All right, minute 40 out here. Let's see what we get. I gotta tell you, if Big Bar 21 here can close a bit lower, I can actually structure something that makes sense. There we go. All right, 15 seconds. I am going to get the copy trader engaged. We have what I believe to be a big old soft bull channel. And I don't mind 21, and I can make sense of the stop region, so I am going to go ahead and get long. I will go ahead and risk the wick low of 15. Bring that guy up. And we'll treat that as a range scalp, channel scalp. And see if we can get a fade back upside to maintain the soft bull channel. If we break the wick low of 15, cut it off at the neck and move on with our lives. See what we get. Now, it would also make sense, by the way, if this was structured a little differently, and 21 and the 20 EMA was lower in comparison to the wick low of 14, that would be a beautiful place to set the risk management. That's not what we're getting. I'm not looking to risk all the way to wick low of 14. You know, because if I get 3/4 of an ATR, it's like, it's a little much. On the reward to risk, going negative on it. So I'm cool with this. See what we get. But bulls, I'd say it's about time for you guys to step in, baby. Get that job done. All right, halfway through bar 22 here. Let's see, can the Bears take out the wick low 15? That's what I care about. All right, bulls. Let's fade that thing back. So I'm looking to get 3/4 of an ATR here on this scalp because it's a bit of a wide trading range. Again, big old soft bull channel. So I want more than a half ATR. All right, there's a close of 22. We'll see if 23 can get it done. ATR 40. Boom. About 3/4 of an ATR. Good little scalp. Moving on. All right. What'd we get? I don't know if we got like 28.5 or 30 points. I saw both flash. About 5,000 bucks, maybe a tad more. Good. Keep it pushing. Yeah, I mean, listen, guys, the range scalps in RAM. I like range scalps. I love them. The edge it's going to be a tad smaller, of course. Not to say that continuation trades are perfect, not at all. But the edge inside of a range is always going to be a little smaller. But if there's edge, right? It's like, is the casino still going to do you blackjack? Let me put it this way: the casino doesn't just have slots. You know what I mean? Slots in a casino are one of the highest edge things for a casino. But they still deal blackjack, even though it's a lower edge. Right? So I kind of think of slots as like our continuation trades. You can still, they still pay the players sometimes, but if you sit on a slot machine all day, you're going to lose your ass. The same way as if we take, or at least for me, if I take good continuation trades as often as possible, I'm going to do pretty well. With range trades, it might, take a bigger sample size to predictably produce a profit, but still more than worth putting on when it's there. So that's kind of how I think about it. Well, let's move on, see what else we can grab. Eddie, if it went back to the bottom of the range again, no. No, for me, I would need to see it actually backfill the range. This is a really good question, by the way. This is like a tomb level RAM question. If 24 here faded, came back and tapped, like here, a lot of people say, hey, would you take it again? For me, the answer is no, because that's kind of breaking the logic of a soft bull channel in my head. Because now, like, are we fading into either an aggressive bear channel, if this came down and tapped here, or really what I think was probably going on in that case is this. Is that. And you end up getting long right in the middle of a trading range. In that case, if that were to happen. So for me to take that same trade I just took again, I would need to see us go up, fulfill this, and then pull back in and hit it again. Otherwise, a lot of times you end up long, or I guess short if you flip this, you mirror it. Kind of like right in the middle of a new trading range. Which sucks. If you can help it, avoid it. Joe, what's up, big dog? You know the drill. You got 5 minutes in the corner. Stealth! Good work. Jesus. Man, 3 months in. I think for most of us here, 3 months in was quite a different story. Yeah, for me, 3 months in was quite a different story. That's tremendous. That is tremendous. 2 payouts in less than 3 months. I'm straight still. All right. We're about 4 minutes out here. Let's see what 25 brings. Looking interesting thus far. Let's see. Yeah, so Trev, what you posted in the tomb, that's definitely like a tech support question, brother, for Apex. For me, I think someone's replying to you anyway. Look, whatever Rhythmic says is the truth. So just look at Rhythmic. And if you're certain that it's wrong, you gotta reach out to them. All right, 3 minutes out here. Let's see if 25 closes up nice and clean. All right, now these highs have existed for about a half hour. So they're a little bit new. It's like, you know, are there stops up there? Sure, but they're not going to be as aggressive as a 2-hour level. But still, even that being the case, if we can see 25 close up nice and clean, I would have to put that on, since that would be a reasonable sizable body with reasonable distance up above the wick high of 18, treating it less as a stop hunt and more of a regular continuation trade inside of a big softball channel. But only if bar 25 here can close nice and clean as a bull body. Might as well get ready here, right? Let's see what we get. All right, 13 seconds out. Gotta go ahead, get the copy trader engaged. If this can close nice and clean, and I've got a present for the bulls in the form of a stop limit buy. 15 second setup only. Give it 15 seconds is what I'm gonna do here. And if we don't get a fill, it'll be no fill, no trade. 10 seconds. We did close above, by the way, the wick high of 24, of course, but the wick is relatively sizable in comparison to the rest of the bar. Still, give it 15 seconds. No fill, no trade. Moving on. All right, let's see what 26 brings. All right, Joe, welcome, brother. He paid his dues. Well, ATR is dipping a little bit. We're still at 36, which is reasonable. We can deal with 36. So here, let me ask you guys a question. I don't know if I've ever asked this before. I imagine there's a pretty good chunk of you guys. We have a pretty high quality crew around here, which is why I approach this with tough love, because I want you to win so bad you have no idea. How many of you guys are full-time trading right now, regardless of how long it's been? And how many of you guys are part-time, and please specify, but paying some of your bills with trading profits? Holy shit, there's actually quite a few of you guys full-time. Oh my god. Are we serious? Wow. See, I gotta say, I'm not surprised, but I'm a little impressed, I should say. I don't want to make any claims, but I wonder if we have the highest percentage of viewers who are full or part-time. That's crazy. Very exciting. Keep pushing, man. Now, I know a lot of you guys are looking at this, you're like, well, that's fucking great. I'm not full-time at all. I wish I was part-time. Keep pushing. Everyone here who's actually full-time pushed hard to get there. You're just earlier in the journey, and that's okay. It's all right, Rick. That's all right. Every big trader was once very early and had no idea what they were doing. All right, 240 out here. Let's see what 27 brings. I mean, all right, minute 45 out. Context here is still soft bull channel. So there's two options, according to RAM. Let's assume for a second that 27 closes like right here. Or better. I can either take it as the earlier trade, or I can wait for 28 as the higher probability of success confirmation trade. In doing so, I give up a little bit of within reason reward to risk potential. Now, this is one of those scenarios where, you know, if you do either one, assuming it closes clean, you're not really breaking any RAM rules. You just need to decide where you want to sit as far as, do you often take the earlier trades or wait for the next bar for confirmation in situations like this? Me, I tend to sit middle of the spectrum, a little bit toward waiting for the confirmation bar. I'm going to get ready. If it closes clean, I'm going to take it. If there's wick, I'm not. 15 seconds. Copy trader engaged. I will get this order ready. Ooh, that's a lot of insecurity. All right, wait for 28. Easy decision making. Big alert! Good question. No. So, in a soft bull channel, if I'm going to take a range scalp, I'm going to be buying a bear close. Like how I bought the close of 21. Okay, so soft channels, bull or bear, have an underlying bias. Doesn't mean I have an underlying bias, but the market has a clear bias. A soft bull channel, the bias is up. So I prefer not, I need to be careful how I say this so it doesn't confuse everybody. In a soft bull channel, I'm not a huge fan of shorting bull closes. Does that make sense? In a soft bull channel, I would much rather buy a bear close in the lower third of the soft bull channel. The same way, how is in a soft bear channel, I identify it as more of a range, soft bear channel, I prefer, if I'm going to take the limit order entry reversion scalp in a soft bear channel, to sell a reasonable bull close in the upper third of the soft bear channel. Because otherwise you're going counter move. Notice how I'm very much hesitating to use the word trend, because this is not developed into a trend. It's a soft channel. But even in a soft channel with range scalping, I don't want to go counter move. I'm not into that. But soft channels, here's the nuance, very often will turn into one of two things. Either a sideways trading range, or they break into a more aggressive, what you could now call trend. And we're getting closer to trying to do that. I'm not going to pretend like there's not nuance here then. You know, what I just said, it's gonna be confusing. Or a lot of you guys are gonna be like, well, this isn't as easy as I thought. Well, no shit. That's why you can make so much money. But I will say, I think RAM is very simple. Make decisions, even if you don't have a lot of experience. But I like this bar 28, man. This is kind of what we were waiting for. Let's see if 28 can get it done for us. Well, should I pop over? Execution screen engaged. And 20 seconds out. So I will have to go ahead and get the copy trader engaged. And now I just see if 28 can close within reason. Press my hotkey, get a stop limit buy ready, bring that guy down. Place him, give him about 25 seconds to get a fill, and we will. So I go ahead and place that stop where I want him. Wick low of the signal bar, minus a point. And we suck that guy up. There we go. And see what we can get. ATR 33.6. If the bulls can get that done for us. All right, bulls, take us through. Take us through. Give me my full ATR, baby. Well, bulls, I'd say it's about time to get up and go. Get the job done here. All right, bulls. About time to step in, man. There's the close of 29. There's the open of 30. Don't like to see that. Let's see. The Bears got it in them to take out the wick low of 28. All right, bulls. Let's not let this enter a straight up sideways trading range. That would not be all that tremendous. We don't want to see that. Put those bears to bed. I think these bears, man, should be hibernating right about now. I'm all 30. "35 seconds out from the close of Big Bar 30. Come on, Bulls. Step in, do your job. Finish this thing." All right, 31. Just a little breather. Let's take this thing through. Take us home. ATR 31. Yeah, still looking for a full ATR. Do not want to see this. If it does, we'll take it as it comes, but let's not see this turn into a tiny little sideways trading range. Single bar sideways trading range. That is what we do not want. Well, back to break even on the trade, huh? Edwin, appreciate the support, big dog. We shall see, brother. You must be new if you think I'm going to manage this thing early, man. We're going to find out. Me versus you. Gotta love it. Fair game. All right, Bulls, push us through, baby. 400 point pop. Give me a whole bunch of slippage in my direction. That's a pretty damn good close, but guess what? I can't move my stop because that bar 30, I would wait for bar 32 if I were going to get long, if I were flat. So I wait. That is no change for me. ATR 29, by the way. All right, Bulls. Whole bunch more work to do, man. I'm looking for a full ATR. We have not even hit the halfway checkpoint. Bunch of work left. There's the halfway check. Checkpoint. Let's see what we get. All right, Bulls. I like the attitude. Let's keep that pushing. All right, so 32, bar 32, we're a minute 35 out from the close. Now, if we end up with a ram continuation setup, meaning a clean bull close out of 32, that is when I move my stop. to the wick low of the new signal bar, minus a point. But we're a minute 12 out here, and the bulls are having some trouble. So we'll see if there's any decision at all to be made. If it just dips back down, closes with a big old wick, then there's nothing to do on 32. Forty seconds. All right, no decision. No decision at all on 32. So moving on to 33. Let's see what we get. Bulls, do your job now, man. Come on. Just keep that pushing. ATR currently 29. Oh, you bulls. You bulls. All right, there's the close of 33. No decision to be made on 33. Bulls, I'd say it's about time to get us up out of this range, baby! Oh, man. All right, Bears, you got it in ya? They got to take out the wick low at 28. See if they can get that done. What's up, Bears? You got it? They got it! All right, we're flat. 5,000 bucks. Down the drain, just like that, baby. Moving on. All right, 34. Let's see what you got. Yeah, we never got even really close. We hit, what did we get in the money at best? Maybe 18 points, 17 points at the very best? It's not enough. It's not enough. No decisions to be made on any bars as far as stop moving, managing early. Good trade, just didn't work. Let's see here. Can the Bulls... Now, what I'm curious about now is, do we just maintain a big sideways trading range, starting at bar like 29? Or do we maintain a soft bull channel that maybe just continues to soften? Or do we just curl and go into a monster trend? Let's find out. Let's see. Yes, Eddie. So we're 90 seconds out from the close of 34. If 34, for whatever reason, did come down and close like down in this region, yeah, I'd buy it again and risk the wick low of 27. I would have to do that. But only if 34 can dip down and give us a low close in the lower third, reasonably, of the soft bull channel. Yes, I would have to do that. $50 seconds. Well, so What's funny is the ATR is 27. You see that? Now, this is where I sit, including last night. Now, the reason I show that is because the ATR last night, well, it's 28 now. And you guys trade last night? The ATR was 29 at one point. The ATR last night was higher than it currently is, which is kind of funny. So, man, back to it. Let's see what we can put on here. I am not done. Let's see what 35 can bring us. What's up? Can we hit like on the stream, man? I would appreciate you doing so. Edwin, what's up, brother? Good to have you. Trev! Big dog! Posting in the tomb. 2 more 50k evals passed in 6 trading days. He says I went from blowing accounts to having 5 funded accounts. Time to keep scaling. Fuck, good work, Trev. Love to see it. That's awesome. Good work, JoJo. Good work. On vacation, got approved. Good day. First payout approved in Mexico. Crazy how many of you guys are taking payouts all of a sudden. It's really good to see, man. All right, 36. Let's see what we get. All right, don't go anywhere. Back in 2 minutes. What's up? Welcome back. We are ready to rock, just in time for a little trading range. Altitude, we trade RAM. RAM around here. Why is no one helping out Altitude with that question, by the way? All right. Let's see what Big Bar 37 brings. See if the Bulls can get some work done here. All right, new bar here, bar 38. All right, well, my number one concern right now is that, as expected. So if we can see 38 and then potentially 39, giving us a reason to get long, of course I'm going to. But right now, number one concern is this is the second test of a big old potential trading range. You can't ignore context. Context is number one. It's always tier number one inside of RAM. You start ignoring context, you're off the wagon. So context here is potentially range, so we got to respect that and let 38 and then potentially 39 do its thing. Let's see, the bears just try to fade that thing right back in. I think they're thinking sideways trading range. Yes, sir. Anything that has enough liquidity, RAM will work just fine. So futures, NQ, ES, gold, all totally valid. Anything with enough liquidity. Now, there's nuance to this. Obviously, super low liquidity products, instruments, are not great for trading in general for a variety of reasons. When news hits, like you guys remember when we had 400-point 2-minute bars back in March, I think, maybe April. That was tariff talk time. You got to start, all of a sudden news is driving price way more than price action ever would. So that's where you kind of got to reassess. But yes, anything with enough liquidity and reasonable price action, meaning not blocky and wicky, RAM will work just fine. All right, we got 3 minutes out here till the close of big bar 39. Still, that trading range is concern number one. 2 minutes. All right, this will be the first bar here, bar 39, trying to close outside of the trading range after a giant couple of dojis. So, HR 27, beautiful close out of 39. So for me, we get rid of those as quickly as we can, and now I wait for bar 30. I'm sorry, 40. And we see what 40 can bring. Beautiful. All right, good push so far here out of bar 40. 3.5 minutes out. Let's see what it gives us here. And I will have an order ready if needed. 2 minutes. Yeah, Russ, you can take as many days as you need to pass an eval. Just understand that it rebills at the end of the month. I prefer to try to pass evals in a single afternoon, at least at Apex. Not to say that's the way you should do it. I'm just saying, for me, opportunity cost is too expensive. All right, 40 seconds. Come on, Bulls. 20 seconds out. Gotta go ahead. Get that copy trader engaged. Let's see if the Bulls can give us a reasonable pop and a clean close. Not looking too promising right now. Big ol' wick back. Nothing. Nothing out of Big Bar 40. All right, guys. Hey, tell you what. It's time for your boy to go hit lunch. I am off. We will see what the afternoon brings. ATR below 25, 24 again. Last night. Man, the Sunday Open, even hours after, the ATR was like 25, 29, and we're sitting at 24. So volatility is a little bit low. I don't want to complain too much because we've seen like 9 on the ATR during the New York session, but 24 is a little lower than what we're used to. So I'm going to go hit lunch. Perhaps you guys should go do the same. And I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Hey, if you're not yet, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you bright and early, ready to rock again. What do you guys say? All right. Hey, stay disciplined. Gotta let it come to you, man. If it's not there, don't put it on. If something reasonable is there, or something right up your alley, I know a lot of you guys are trading RAM. You know what to look for at this point, right? Assess context, and then go to tier 2, which is set up according to context. And if it's there, you gotta hit it. Gotta hit it. And if it's not, there's nothing to do. So sit, be bored, embrace it. It's okay. It's part of the job. All right, guys. Hey, like the stream on the way out. See you in the morning. Have a good afternoon.